Yogis! Hello, hello, hello. Just realized this is still on. Are you in for a treat today? Because I've been really giving and trying to practice what I preach, I'm going to try to give today what I feel like I need in my body. Let me get this lined up really quick. Okay. Good. Not quite. Let's try that. It's a little bit better. Fun note, you probably won't need to see my head that much because we're going to be flowing that much. We are going to flow. But as I said, I'm trying to listen to my body a little bit more. So today, felt really tight through my hip flexors, my outer thighs. Demoing yesterday took a toll on them. So today, rather than not really doing any of the poses and hopefully just letting you do whatever it is you feel based on my words, I'd rather work through what I kind of need as well. So we'll take a little flow. It's going to be a Sun A variation. So we'll take it a few times just to really get the body moving. What I'll suggest is that if we get to the point where a guided meditation comes in and you want more, take more. Pause this video, take whatever sensations your vinyasa was leading you to, and then go make that your vinyasa. Take that a few times, whatever you need to get out of it. This will be enough to get you started, and then we'll take it down to rest. So if you have anything that you know you want for guided meditation, maybe about 10 minutes, maybe about closer to 15, we'll take most of it guided, a little bit quiet on your own, just some thinking time, and then we'll round out at the seat. But any props you want. So if you want a pillow for your head, your shoulders, your back, underneath your knees, if you want blocks, blankets, this may be where you end your night. You may go to sleep right after this, which that'd be cool. But it's totally up to you. A couple minutes before we start, grab whatever you need. I'm gonna grab blocks like I do, and then we'll get this started. Also, if you were here a few months back, I did a late night vinyasa meditation, and I didn't have any candles. I was out. I'm allergic to soy. I'm allergic to coconut, so I can't really burn soy and coconut candles, but I found some that I can have. So I have some ambiance going right here. It smells like 3 different brands of candle, but we're gonna go with it. And yeah, so whatever you want to do to your space, set up your ambiance. And we got about a minute and a half or so before we start. So continue settling in as you see fit. I also suggest, if you really want to get into your environment, something that smells good. So I would suggest some oils. If you have any essential oils, maybe dab them on your skin, maybe dab them on the edges of your mat. Also take any kind of cologne, perfume, anything that is going to add on to sensation. You're going to add in your scent along with your touch and along with your breathing and your thoughts. Whatever sensations you can muster up, let's make it happen. We'll start here in a second. Yogis, it is that time. Skiba's coming to check out the situation. Everybody welcome in Skiba. Cool. Now that we've got introductions out of the way, if you just now joined, we have a short, brisk, I would say brisk, vinyasa flow. Get the body nice and warmed up. And we're going to take it into some guided meditation. It's actually one of my favorite meditations to take. It deals with some tropical locations. I suggested any kind of scent that kind of brings that situation to you. So for me, I have something that has starfruit in it. If you've never smelled starfruit, it's pretty nice. But anything that's going to help you get into your practice even more. It can be smell, it can be lights off, however it is. We're going to start on your back, y'all. Your way onto your back. And for me, my low back and tightness in my hips makes it hard to stretch out my legs without overarching my low back. So if you feel like you could slide your hand underneath your low back here, move your hand, try to press it down, and then relax the pressure. See if it lifts. If it keeps lifting, it's okay, you're not broken. Just bend your knees. See if you can do the same thing. Press your low back down. Now see if you can slide it in. All right? Locked into place. Stay there. Let your arms come out to the side. Let your eyes close. If you've got this bent knee variation and you feel like you're holding your legs from collapsing open, then step your feet a little wider. Toe heel them out to the side until your knees rest on one another and they hold each other up. A little support system. You lean on me, I'll lean right back on you. You got your support. Close your eyes. Simply notice your breath to begin. Notice it at the tip of your nose where it enters. See if you can notice the change of temperature there. If nothing else, notice the sensation of your air passing in and out through the tip of your nose. Let your breath get a little deeper. So much so that your chest starts to lift a little higher. That your low back maybe spreads out, takes up more real estate on your mat. Continue to deepen each round of breath. Longer inhales, longer exhales. Continue like that. In, slow. Slower on your breath out. And 2 more on your own. Make them your longest rounds of breath yet. With your deepest breath, continue like that through class. Just as much focus. In every move you take yourself through, apply that depth of breath to your movements, to your transitions. See if rather than just moving, you can flow with the movement. When you're ready, good morning, stretch. If your legs are not already, stretch them out long on your mat. Reach your hands above your head. So for the moment, flex your toes towards your face. So they'll point up to the ceiling. Press your heels down on the ground as you flex your toes towards your face. And then press your toes forward. So point them to the end of your mat and feel that stretch through your spine. Do that again. Inhale, flex your toes up. Exhale, point them down. Drag your heels to stretch your spine. One more time. In, flex. Exhale, point. Release through neutral. Pull your right knee in towards your chest. Give it a hug. And you may keep your shoulders on the ground, or if you want to get real decadent with your hug, pull it in, maybe bring your forehead towards your knee. Take one more breath in together. And then supine twist on your breath out. Take your right knee across to the left while keeping your right shoulder down to the ground. Slow to begin. Taking this slow so that you visualize every part of the movement. Notice your right hip. Is it tight? Is there a lot of sensation? Is your shoulder touching the ground and is your right knee touching the ground? They don't have to both touch. But maybe with breath, with focus, you can eventually allow them both to. Come back through to center on an inhale. Switch out your legs. Left knee in. Again, pull in. Maybe round your forehead up. A little squeeze, compression. Breathe in. Exhale, release, and then twist towards the right. Supine twist. And left shoulder touches the ground. It wants to lift. In fact, it's going to try to lift because that's where the resistance is happening. All from your ribs and your side body. Keep it connected. Then let the rotation happen from your hips and then up your ribs, up your spine. Full breath. Come back through the center. Hug both knees into your chest. Give them a squeeze. All right. I feel like we need this, y'all. We're going to take it. Both legs straight up to the ceiling. Flex your toes. Now this, I've already warmed up a little bit today, and I stretch out frequently. So this is a very straight leg version of this posture. This is just as supportive. This is just as supportive. If your knees are way close into your chest, you're overactivating your hip flexors, just like you're sitting in a chair too long. I'm going to keep it slightly activated without overly tension. So maybe knees past your hips, on top of, just not closer to your chest. From there, take your hands behind your head. Lift your shoulders off the ground. Take a breath in. On your exhale, twist your right elbow to your left knee. This can be enough. If you want to take this further, extend your right leg as you twist to the left. Inhale, come back through to center. Then exhale, twist, left elbow to right knee. Option to extend. Come back through to center. Take a breath to movement. Now, if you're keeping your legs together, that's perfectly fine. That's a great way to build strength. Notice as you twist, are your knees getting pulled closer to your body? Can you keep them stacked on top of your hips? Can you squeeze them together? Squeeze your glutes. You're fully activating your abdominals, not using any strain of your shoulders to twist. Just for 4, 3, 2. Last one, even out. Lower your heels to the ground, bridge pose. Press to lift your hips. Oh yeah. Now I want you to breathe so much that you expand your low belly. Turn it into a pot belly if it's not already. And then empty completely. Twice more. In. Out. One more. In. Hold it. One more extra sip. And then exhale, let your hips drop down to the ground. Slow, controlled. Hug your knees to chest. Rock and roll up the length of your spine. Take this a couple times because this can feel good as a massage of your back. If it doesn't feel like a good massage of your back, just roll on up to tabletop. All right, cat-cows, take it away. Knees under shoulders, knees under your hips. Inhale, pull forward for your cow pose. Draw an inhale, but start to stretch out your abdominals. So where you were activating earlier, squeeze your shoulders together, pull your chest forward so your low belly stretches, but your tailbone points up. Breathe in, and then exhale, cat pose. Tuck your tailbone, round your spine. Keep pressing and extending through your shoulders so your back arches up to the ground, literally like a cat. Full breath here. And then breath to movement. Inhale, cow pose. Drag your heart forward. Point your tailbone up. Exhale, cat pose. Try to point your tailbone. Boop yourself on the nose. Keep it going. Inhale, forward. Exhale, round. And 2 more times. Make it yours. If you want to get wavy with it, sway. If you want to wiggle left and right, forward and back, make this about you. Once that's done, come back in through to a neutral tabletop. From here, reach your right hand up, open your twist. Then on your exhale, thread the needle. Right arm underneath your left. Slide it all the way across. Bring your ear, cheek to the ground. To deepen this, take your left hand forward. So you've got this long line from your left palm, up your arm, your side body to your hip. Press. So slightly to the back, slightly to the right. So you'll subtly shift your weight deeper onto your shoulder, but continue pointing your tailbone up, and still a little resistance so you don't fully collapse over towards the right. Breathe into your shoulder, whatever feels tight, loosen it up with breath. Plant your left hand back by your face. Inhale, counter twist, reach your right hand back, up, open. Exhale, tabletop, other side. Left hand up, breathe in, open your chest. Exhale, thread, left arm underneath your right. Shoulder to the ground, walk your right hand forward, gently press back and towards the right so you shift to the left. There's all kinds of subtle differences in your body that'll happen, especially when you move side to side like this. So rather than adding an end-all be-all judgment to it, simply be in the moment. Breathe into the space. Allow it to soften as it sees fit. You just be there to witness it. Take your right hand back by your face. Inhale, twist your left arm back up. Exhale, tabletop. Good from there. Tuck your toes and then press your hips up and back for down dog. Now you get a little more open through down dog. Bend your knees. Press more through your hands. So notice chest gets closer towards legs. That's a lot harder with straight legs. So start it with bent. See if you can get them close to touching. And then start to straighten your legs. Heels don't have to touch, but see what happens when you straighten your legs with that depth of your downward facing dog. Try it again. Bend your knees. Inhale. Straighten your legs. Drive through your palms. Exhale. Do it again. Inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten. Last time. Inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten. Settle in down dog. Full breath. Lift your right leg up high, three-legged dog. Breathe in. On your exhale, you're going to swing it over towards the left. Step it outside of your left foot. So right shin on top of left calf. We'll get a IT band stretch. I'm feeling like I need it. So walk your hands to the back of your mat. Both feet are flat. You can let your palms face up. Let your head get heavy. Again, I'm feeling pretty tight here, so this is already feeling restricted. If you feel like you have more space to take up, walk your hands to the right side of your mat. Slightly shifting to the right. Press slightly so your hips move towards the left. Let your head get heavy. Let your jaw relax. And then can you press more to the inside arch of your right foot and then drive it down. See if you can straighten your legs. Take up incrementally more space. Come back through to center. Palms flat. Bend your knees. Walk your hands to the back of the top of your mat to a three-legged dog. Bend your leg here and then draw some circles with your hip. Just with your knee, but make those circles feel open. If this feels weird, try to squeeze your calf to your hamstring so they're staying connected. They're not going to separate. Then try to draw circles with your knee. It's a little weirder, but it can give you a more accurate representation of your space. We'll make a down dog once you feel even. Take your left leg up high, breathe in, again, three-legged dog. Then swing it over towards the right. Pinky toe to pinky toe, make them kiss. And then walk your hands to the back of your mat. Fold forward, become passive. If you're craving extra, take it over towards the left. And legs stay where they are, just walk your hands over. Head get heavy, shake it yes, shake it no, let it fall somewhere in between. Full breath. And then hand back through to center, palms flat, walk them to the top. Three-legged dog, when you're there, breathe in, bend, stack, draw your circles. For me, this definitely felt weird the first, I'd say, year. But squeezing calf to hamstring really solidified what I needed to be actually moving. Down dog when you're ready. I digress. Full breath in, bend your knees and look forward. On your breath out, travel forward. You can step, tiny steps as you press your hands down, resist yourself forward, or you can just step and then fold over your legs. And it's about waking up your body. So what have you done? It's going to be different than what I've done and what all of our friends have done. Make it about you. Plant your hands on the top of your feet, bend your knees, inhale, halfway lift. So slide your hands up your legs and get long through your entire spine. Now can you bend your knees just a little bit more? Draw your shoulder blades together so the upper part of your shoulders is supported, and then squeeze them down towards your hips. Now can you grow your ears further forward? Try to stretch your neck, your spine, and the back of your legs. One more breath in, and exhale, fold. Let's do that twice. Halfway lift, inhale. Fold, exhale. Last time, halfway lift, breathe in, press into your legs, maybe even lift your hands off your legs. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees, and then slide up to stand all the way up. One vertebrae at a time, stack, 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 until you can reach your hands up to mountain pose. Extend your arms up high. Let your shoulders pull down away from your ears. These two wedges of Swiss cheese are stuck right in between your shoulders. There's going to be that space there, the entire time. So even as you re-extend your arms up, your shoulders don't close in on your ears. There's still a lot of space to make. 2 rounds of breath. Take an inhale. On your exhale, back bend. Squeeze your elbows to your ribs. Now squeeze your thighs together like you're trying to touch your elbows together on your back, and you're trying to press your hips forward into an elevator button. And then from there, can you lift your heart from the middle of your back? Inhale, reach back up. We'll do that twice more as well. Exhale, back bend, squeeze elbows like they're going to touch. Once more, inhale, reach up. Exhale, back bend. Inhale, reach up, extended mountain. Exhale, forward fold. Hinge at your hips, and again, that's flat spine as you fold forward. Halfway lift, inhale. On your exhale, low lunge. Step your left foot to the back of your mat. So you can take it super slow, bend your right leg. Once your left foot touches, power into your palms. Power into your feet. And then lower your left hip down in line with your right. So spin your outer left hip down and forward. Pull your chest away from all of the strength of your legs. You're powering against that. 3 rounds of breath. Draw your belly up and in. If there's something hot under your stomach you don't want it to touch, pull it up. One more. And let your left knee touch the ground. Inhale, kneeling crescent lunge. Arms extend up and out. There's just scissoring action happening with your thighs. So your right thigh is separated from your left, or most of the way. Try to squeeze them together. You're going to make them touch. Draw in. Same thing can happen if you drag your right heel backwards and your left knee forwards, like they're going to touch. Hold that tension there. Now can you extend your arms a little higher? Maybe allow your hips to deepen as you continue that pull into one another. Another full breath. Take an inhale, and then exhale, half splits. So flex your right toes, pull your hip back as you straighten your right leg. You can stay here. I am in love with blocks for this pose. So blocks around your knee, press your heel forward, pull your hip back. So this is like you're sassing your right hip to bump an elevator button behind you, and then drive your right heel into the ground like you're stomping on a gas pedal. And then you can stay lifted, finding your length, or round your forehead, get passive. And everything we're doing, we're going to start to flow breath to movement later on. So take a snapshot of in your mind of this pose. How does it feel? Where are you limited? where you open and spacious. On the next inhale, reach back up to a kneeling crescent lunge, arms extend. On your exhale, both hands down to the ground. Tuck your back toes, lift your knee. Take a breath in. On your exhale, step forward to fold. Left foot meets your right, fold over your legs. Halfway lift, inhale, reset your spine. Exhale, low lunge, right foot down, right knee down to the ground. Or actually, stay here. Find your power first. So notice how high my left hip is and how almost straight my left leg is. My knee is behind my ankle. See if you can stack it on top of your ankle. Pull your heart forward and then leave your left hip in line with your right. And notice your right hip. Can you squeeze your glute? Stack your right heel forward. Continue to pull your chest forward. One more round of breath. Take an inhale. Exhale, gingerly touch your right knee to the ground. Inhale, kneeling crescent lunge. Arms extend up. All right, find your power. Draw inner thighs together. Draw right knee forward to your left heel. You can almost find this arch. Extend your thumbs to the back of the room so you get a back bend. And then continue that squeeze of inner thigh to inner thigh as you reach up and deepen into your hips. Inhale. On your exhale, half splits. Flex your toes. If you need to adjust here, you can toe heel your left heel forward, or you can walk your right knee back. So either one, whichever one's more stationary, I would say leave that one there and then move the one that's a little more mobile, probably your front foot. But totally up to you. Take your own journey. Flex your toes to your face. Drive your left hip back, a slight rotation back, and then drive your left heel forward and down into the mat. Mm-hmm. Full breath. On your time, inhale, reach up like kneeling crescent lunge, both arms extend. Exhale, low lunge, both hands down, frame your left foot, tuck your back toes and lift your knee. Take an inhale. Exhale, forward fold, right foot meets your left, fold over your legs. Halfway lift, inhale. Fold, exhale. Inhale, mountain pose, reach up high. Exhale, Samasthiti. So bring your palms to the heart center. Let your shoulders drop, let your chest lift. We'll start to flow that a little quicker with breath to movement. Ujjayi breathing. Use your 9-hour breath together. Take an inhale through your nose, seal your lips at the top. Exhale through your nose, Ujjayi breathing. Again, inhale. Exhale. All right, let's start this flow together. Inhale, reach up to a mountain pose. Arms extend up. Exhale, baby back bend. Squeeze your elbows together, lift your heart. Inhale, back to mountain. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift, inhale. Low lunge, left foot steps back on your exhale. Take a breath in. Exhale, lower your knee. Inhale, kneeling crescent, reach up. Exhale, half splits. You can keep the balance. We're here for one full round of breath. And maybe hands touch the ground. Maybe you extend your arms behind you like airplane pose. You choose. Inhale back to a kneeling crescent lunge, reach up. Exhale, low lunge, tuck your back toes. Stand or forward fold. Left foot forward to meet your right on your exhale. Halfway lift, breathe in. Low lunge, right foot back. Stay for your inhale. Pull forward, strong legs. Exhale, right knee down. Inhale, kneeling crescent. Exhale, half splits. Full breath here. Stay for your exhale. Inhale back to kneeling crescent. Exhale, both hands down, low lunge. Tuck your back toes, lift your knee, inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Halfway lift, breathe in. A little different this time. Exhale, high plank. Plant your hands at both feet to the back of your mat. All right, take a breath in, shift forward. On your exhale, either knees to the ground or chaturanga. Lower halfway down, shoulders stay above your elbows. Halfway down doesn't mean shoulders way towards the ground below your elbows. Stay stacked above. Use your knees if you need. Inhale to an upward facing dog. Now all of them are stacked. Shoulders on top of elbows, elbows on top of wrist. Squeeze your thighs together, press the top of your feet down, pull your heart forward. Keep your gaze forward so you don't crane your neck. One more full round of breath here. Take an inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. All right, so we've got that chaturanga. You choose what happens. If on the knees was still just as difficult, a little unattainable for the time being, again, you're not broken, nothing wrong, take a cobra pose instead. Or maybe skip it. Down dog is where we'll meet every time. That can be your journey. From down dog, breathe in, look forward. On your exhale, step, hop, travel, top of your mat. Halfway lift, inhale. Fold, exhale. Inhale, mountain pose, reach up. Exhale, back bend. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift, inhale. Low lunge, left foot back, exhale. Stay for your inhale, pull forward. Lower your left knee on your exhale. Inhale, reach up, kneeling crescent. Exhale, half splits. And inhale, kneeling crescent. Different this time. On your exhale, both hands inside of your right foot. Now from there, tuck your back toes, lift your knee, and then spin your left heel down towards the ground. So this is like warrior two legs. Your front heel intersects the middle of your back arch. So line those up to start. Walk your hands off the front left corner of your mat. Right side body is off of your right thigh. And then find some pressure into your hands. So press your feet apart, just like you're in warrior two, powerful legs. Press into the ground so your chest gets closer towards the mat. And equal pressure through your feet. Powerful right foot, powerful left foot. Calm, strong, and stoic breathing within all that power. 2 more rounds. All right, from here, we're taking it to the back of the mat. So straighten your right leg, walk your hands to the middle, and then all the way to the back. Lower your right knee down. Inhale, kneeling crescent lunge, reach up. Exhale, back bend. Pick up where we left off. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, half splits. So I had it on there. Full round of breath. All right, inhale, reach back up to a kneeling crescent lunge. Exhale, both hands inside of your left foot. You can tuck your back toes, lift your knee, rotate right heel down, intersect your front heel and back arch, and then walk your hands off the right front corner of your mat. Same thing. Side body and your inner thigh, release touching one another, and then walk your hands until you feel enough stretch through your shoulders, but you can still press and get some more tension through your legs. Slide your left foot into the ground and forward. It's powerful, press it. If it was in sand, it would sink. Let your head get heavy. Shake it yes, shake it no. Fall somewhere in between. 2 more breaths. Take a halfway lift, walk your hands back towards the middle of your mat, and then low lunge to the top. Step your right foot back to meet your left high plank. Breathe in. Chaturanga, breathe out. Go through your flow. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog. Full breath in. Full breath out. All right, we're going to piece all that together. 1 breath, 1 movement. Still taking it to the back of your mat to reset. Let's take this together, y'all. Breathe in. Connect your breath on your breath out. Inhale, bend your knees, prepare. Exhale, step or float, top of your mat. Halfway lift, inhale. Fold, exhale. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, back bend. This is where the back bend goes. Inhale, reach back up. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift, inhale. Low lunge, left foot back, exhale. Stay for your inhale, pull forward. Left knee down, exhale. Inhale, kneeling crescent. Exhale, half splits. Got it right this time. Inhale, back to kneeling crescent. Exhale, both hands inside of your right foot. Tuck your back toes, lift your left knee. Find your down dog warrior 2 stretch. You get a full breath in. Power your hands into the mat on the breath out. Power your feet just as much. Halfway lift, inhale, walk to the middle, and then to the back. Low lunge, right knee down to the ground. Inhale, reach up. Kneeling crescent. Exhale, half splits. Again, inhale, kneeling crescent. Exhale, both hands inside of your left foot. Tuck your back toes, lift your knee, rotate to warrior two legs. Walk it off the side. Full breath in. Powerful breath out. Halfway lift, inhale, come to center. Low lunge to the top, exhale. Step into high plank, breathe in. Chaturanga, breathe out. Inhale upward. Exhale, downward facing dog. From there, step your feet a little wider than your mat, bend your knees. Walk your hands towards the back until your heels touch, then turn your toes out, Malasana. Lower your hips down to your heels, Yogi Squat. A little bit deeper into your inner thigh and hip opening. But notice roundness. Notice your forehead getting closer to the ground, your shoulders pulling up to your ears. Draw them down, tuck your tailbone slightly underneath you, press into your palms so you widen out your inner thighs. Breathe here for 4, 3, last 2. Last one together. Take a breath in, reach forward, maybe even up. Your exhale, hands down, forward fold, feet together. Take a halfway lift, breathe in. Fold on your breath out. Palms to the ground, walking again back to the top of your mat. Realize you just lost the light. Fun stuff. Downward facing dog. Settle your practice here for 10 full rounds of breath. Last 3, 2. Last full round of breath. On your inhale, come up onto your tiptoes. Exhale, shins to the ground. Either child's pose, take a moment to rest, or end up coming to a seat if you need time in between in child's pose. Again, this can be where you stay. Great restorative posture, great one to root back down. And went a little longer than I expected into the meditation or into the flow. That doesn't mean we're going to skip out on meditation. But if you need a moment before you take it to sitting and thinking, take it here. When you're ready, walk your hands back in towards your legs. So you can come to a seat on your shins. I'm going to turn this so you can get this back on. Hey, hello. So, options here. Modified Hero's Pose is a great way to be in a seat without having to worry about 1, hip flexor over engagement, and 2, it helps with the stack of your spine. So, for me, for Modified Hero's Pose, I need blocks under my sit bones, knees in line with your hips, tops of your feet flat on the ground, hands can rest on your lap. We will be here for a while, and I know that anytime someone says, it's time to meditate, person thinks of a seat. Think, okay, meditation time, seat time. Not true. You can lay on your back. You can get as decadent as you want. You can make a chase lounge out of all of your pillows and blankets on your mat if you want to set up that way. I'm going to stay here in a seat. Make it about you. Now, if you do have a block or some sort of support underneath your sit bones, I want you to get real familiar with your low back and the stack of your low back within the seat, how that feels familiar, how it feels safe, and just how it feels in general in your own body. So with that, begin to point your tailbone towards the back of your mat, like you're making like a duck butt. Point it back and up, and then feel this little bit of roundness through your chest, almost like a cow pose. And then point your tailbone forward, round your belly in, and then up to your upper back. And a couple times moving slow, just starting with your tailbone to point forward, point back. Let your spine undulate from that pointing. Finish out whatever round you're on. Take one more full one after that. Full inhale, full exhale. And I want you to find somewhere seated in between. So somewhere sit bones are rooted without you having to point forward or pull back. A neutral hold. Close your eyes if it feels safe. And let your breath go for the moment. And take it into guided meditation. If in the guided meditation takes you somewhere that you find yourself lost, distracted, not at an avenue that you intended to be, your breath is your tether. Rather than using words to bring yourself back, use an inhale. And then stay for your exhale. And then see how many of those you can stay without becoming distracted again. It's bound to happen. It's natural. It's human. And see how you can gently allow yourself to come back closer to shore. This small, isolated island. No other land around you can see. Just this one pristine little island in the middle of the blue ocean. You paddle and row. Eventually, your boat meets the shore. Once you get to the sandy beach, you notice that there's a lot of trees and foliage in the middle of the island. You pull your boat up as close as you can onto the sand. You begin to walk towards the woods. And these tropical trees and animals. There's a small pathway into these trees. Follow that pathway in. As you follow it deeper, the light dims a little bit. More shadows from the trees. More sounds from the animals around you. Follow this winding path to a clearing. And in the middle of this clearing, there's a huge cliff, the giant waterfall, this pool of water at the bottom. Seeing that you're alone, no one is around, you disrobe and start making your way towards that pool. This isn't any ordinary water. This is more like healing nectar. So as you step your feet in, it's a little thicker, a little more viscous than water. But it not only touches your skin, but easily passes through. As you slowly step deeper and deeper into the water, you notice that all these pains in your body, all these tightnesses, negative thoughts in your brains are all accented by dark spots. Whether that's on the area they are, your chest, your hips, maybe even envisioning them on your brain yourself. You see these dark spots. As the water comes into contact with it, brushes past, those dark spots start to dissipate. Continue to wade further, it brings it up to your hips, to your stomach. Again, all that debris falling off to the side. And it comes up to your neck, you're still able to walk through until you finally make it to the waterfall itself. As you stand under the waterfall, you can feel this healing water touching your skin, falling down. Not only touching again, but passing through. Taking with it negativity, imbalance, dis-ease, tightness. Breathe and be with that cleansing sensation. Like you're getting into the nooks and crannies with a toothbrush. Become fine-tuned. Notice the spots. Notice them pass. Notice the relief that comes with that passing. A burden that no longer weighs on you. As you continue to cleanse, Start to think about all the other people in your life that would also benefit from this seemingly hidden gem in the ocean of cleansing water, taking away pain and discomfort. Begin to pass that cleansing sensation onto them. And maybe to people that you don't know, people that you're completely unaware of. Acknowledge their existence and send them some of that cleansing love as well. As you come towards the end of your cleansing, notice how all those dark spots have been replaced with bright glowing light. Tight muscles grow bright, golden. Take that golden light with you as you start to make your way back towards the shore. Slowly first to the edge of the water, allowing it to drip dry, and then reclothing. Begin to make your way back to that dark trail. Again, only slightly dark. You can hear the animals once again. See the shadows playing on the floor of the jungle. Into the end of the trail, and then you find your way back to the beach where your boat is still sitting, waiting for you. As you cross the beach to your boat, remind yourself that you can come here anytime. You can spend as long as you need and reap these benefits all the time. Climb into your boat, gently shove off and make your way back into the ocean, back into the unknown. Ready to take on whatever adventure comes to you with this newfound sense of clean, of unweighted, unburdened, your glowing you. A smile come to your face. If you're still in your seat and you'd like to take a full Shavasana, with your eyes still closed, make your way onto your back. If you're already on your back, decide what to do here, whether to stay, take your Shavasana, maybe continue on with the rest of your night, slowly and gently. This is where I'll leave you, yogis. Stay as long as you like. You can always come back to this sense, your own power. With reverence to the light, the love, to the student and the teacher that's in one another. Namaste. So much, yogis. If you're still in your supine position or in your seat, stay as long as you'd like. Thank you so much for practicing with me, for showing up for the community, but more importantly, for showing up for yourself, because you are a part of this community, and the more you do for you, the more it shows up in everything that you contact with, people, situations, all that. So find thanks for yourself. See you in the studio soon. I'll be teaching the 12 p.m. tomorrow here at YouTube as well. So if you enjoyed this, it's probably going to be a little more vigorous tomorrow. Probably not as much meditation, more flow, but hope to see you there. Thanks again so much. Namaste, yogis.